Hello everyone, welcome back to Muleman Gaming. Today we're going to do a quick collection update, Fabled video basically. I originally got into Flesh and Blood hearing about it from Rudy, and this is just going to be a quick story of how I got into the card game and how I got these. So, when I got into the card game, Crew First Edition had just come out, and boxes were already $300. You couldn't get them. Went down to my local game store. They had just sold the last box of Crew First Edition. I don't know how many they got, probably a case. So I missed out on that. And then I looked on eBay, they were like $300. I was like, I'm probably not going to buy that. Then I heard, like maybe 2 weeks later, Welcome to Wraith and Arcane Rising Unlimited were coming out. So about a month later, they came out, they released. My local game store got some, and I got four boxes. I got two Welcome to Wraith and two Arcane Rising Unlimited. I paid about 130 for the Arcane a box, and Welcome to Wraith I think was 120 or something like that. So I spent a lot of money, and I said to myself, this game is really collectible. I think these are going to be worth money someday. I'm going to save these four boxes, and anything after this I'm going to open. So I would say another 4 months go by. No, maybe 2 months go by where I was trying to get more Welcome to Wraith to start opening packs so I could start building decks. And I had played a couple games on TTS with Dorinthia, and I thought I liked her, so I wanted to start with Welcome to Wraith and Dorinthia. Uh, my buddy Matt was able to get a couple boxes of Welcome to Wraith. His first box or second box, I think he got a case. He pulled the Skullbone Cross Wrap, I believe, out of Arcane Rising, and I think his first or second box of Welcome to Wraith had a heart in it. And at the time, a heart of Findel was worth, I would say, about $600, maybe 700. I think he sold it. He sold it and got like all the cards he needed. But he did have one more box. This box. He sold it to me for, I don't know, maybe they were going for like 120 bucks. Um, he had already pulled the heart. This was like his second or third box. He's like, I don't really need anything. I got everything from the heart. So he sold this to me, and I was like, I'm gonna open this, but I'm not expecting to get much. I was hoping to get the Brayford Bracers or some Majestic Steel Blade Supremacies for Dorinthia. I opened it in the middle of the night, which is my go-to, and I would say 4 packs in, I pulled the Tome. What is it? Tome of Findel or something like that. Majestic. I would say 3 packs later, I pulled an E-Strike. So I already had two Majestics. I had 10 packs to go. About four packs from the E-Strike, I pulled this heart. I couldn't believe it. I had half the box left. I had two of the best Majestics and the heart. I sleeved it up. I was like, I'm never playing with this. This is going in my collection. I'm gonna keep it forever. In that box, there was four more Majestics, good ones, and the total came to 6 Majestics and the heart. It was like one of the best boxes at the time you could get because usually Welcome to Wraith had 2 Majestics per box and maybe a legendary. Now it didn't have a legendary, but it had 6 Majestics to get me off started. Um, I went back to the game store and I got as much Welcome to Wraith as I could. I was like, if I have this heart, I'm gonna try to complete the set. So I went back. I bought, I don't know, 5 boxes over the next couple months, one at a time, two at a time. By the way, this was the first box I ever opened of Flesh and Blood. It had the heart in it. I would say 4 boxes later, we had this box. So these are the 2 boxes I pulled the hearts out of. This box here was the second heart I opened, and it looked incredible. I mean, it looked perfect centering, corners were perfect, everything was perfect on it. The first one had a little bit of corner dings, or it's pretty common for a heart or any flesh and blood card to have whitening on the corners. So I just wanted to show you that box because that's the box that I was like, I'm gonna get this card graded. I have a copy that I can play with I want, or I can keep it in my collection. The other copy's getting graded. Now at the time, COVID was going around, and the backups for card grading was extensive. I mean, I put in a submission with Magic cards and that heart, and I did not get it back for 2 years. So we'll come back to that. So that's Welcome to Wraith Unlimited, and I never pulled this eye. I never pulled this eye during that time frame. So the next Fabled I got was this library. I had opened a bunch of Arcane Rising now, and I pulled two skull caps. No, I pulled one. I bought one for like, they were going for like 220 bucks. I was like, I need this to play with. I'm gonna just bite the bullet and buy it for 220 bucks. Then like 2 boxes later, I pulled another Arcanite skull cap, and I was able to find someone on Facebook that was willing to trade me this for the skull cap, and I gave him like 50 bucks. So I got the library. Let's see what was next. Then we come to the Corsham. Tales of Aria had come out after Monarch, and I got a lot of Tales of Aria. I would say let's go with total boxes I've opened is 60. I added it up, about 13 boxes of Welcome to Wraith, 9 Arcane Rising Unlimited. I opened 4 boxes of Unlimited Monarch and 2 first edition. And Tales, I probably opened 12 to 14 boxes. And every box that I got from Tales of Aria was a loose box. I have 2 cases sealed that I've never opened. Every box that I opened of Tales had a hit. Every single one. All loose boxes. There was maybe one box that had like a Winter's Will cold foil and it had a common. All the rest had legendaries. I got everything from the set. This was like the 3rd box I opened. It came from online, and it was a damaged box. I couldn't keep it in my sealed collection, and I opened it in the middle of the night. I didn't record it, unfortunately. The box was just shredded. I mean, some of the packs were even messed up at the top, but I would say 10 packs in, this was in there. I couldn't believe it. It was the first cold foiled Fabled I pulled, and it was the 3rd Fabled I pulled because I had the 2 hearts. So meanwhile, my heart's still being graded when I pull this. Alright, where's the rest of the story? Okay, then I ended up getting my heart back, and it was a 10. It's a pop 1 unlimited 10. 10, 10, 10, and a 9.5 on the corners, which, I didn't see any damage on the corners. They look pretty good to me. It could have been a pristine black label heart. I ended up trading it in New Jersey because I had the other one. I was like, I don't need a 10 heart. I can get a lot of money for this. I can get a lot of cards for this. I ended up trading it to Saint, and I have a video of that on my channel. And we worked out a deal. It came out pretty good in my favor. And while I was there, I was like, this is an incredible experience. This is so much fun. I got the Heart of Fyendel sleeves. I got the Yorick, and I was like, I'm gonna get 1 box Arcane. These boxes are too cheap. I think they were 110 at the time. So I got 1 box out of a loose case from, I think it was Magnolia Gaming or something like that. They opened a fresh case. I think they had 1 case left. I could have bought the whole case. I just bought 1 box with, my money from Saint. I came home in the middle of the night, 12 a.m. I pulled this. So after selling the 10 heart, with the money I got from that, I bought 1 box. I had, money left over in cards. I bought 1. I opened this in the middle of the night. I couldn't believe it. I was like, okay, now we got the first 2. What about this one? Well, I had money now. I had to buy this one. At the time, they were 220 to 270. I was following it pretty closely for about a month, and I saw it sell for 270. I saw it sell for 250. I saw one get posted on there for 220. I was like, I had never bought a Fabled from TCG Player before without seeing pictures. It dropped to 220. I bought it. It came back. This is incredible condition. I mean, it looks really good. The edges are a little bit raised on crew, but I would grade this if I could. I might grade this. This is in fantastic condition for a TCG just random purchase. So now that's the first five. This was underpriced. These are going for 210 right now. People were selling these for $140. I was like, might as well. I opened probably 7 Everfest boxes. I did pretty good on Everfest. I got the Bravo Marvel. Um, I got a box. I think it's on the channel that has the Bravo. It has a skull cap in it, and it has the Silver Palms cold foil all in one box. Never pulled this though, so I bought this, and now we're gonna get to Uprising. Uprising comes out. First box, first pack, Fabled. Now I know these are only $80. It's still Fabled. It's still like 1 in 30, 1 in 40 boxes. They're not. I mean, they're more common than any of these. These are still Fables. They're $80. So if anyone wants to buy a Fable, this one's available. 200 for the cold foil. Recent sales for this. This is underpriced. I did very good with Uprising. I opened one box. I have one for my sealed collection. All my prize packs were bangers on this set. I got a Optimi that I sold for a lot of money right when it came out of a prize pack. Random prize pack, 1 win out of 3 games. I got the Majestic Optimi. Um, I ended up buying a cold foil Crown of Providence because I thought 200 was too cheap for it and I needed it to play with. So I bought that, and then the following week after pulling the Optimi, I won another prize, opened a pack, and it had a rainbow foil crown, and they're like 180. So I play with that one and the cold foils in my collection. Now this guy's interesting. This guy came out at 500. That's how much this card was when it first released. I know that because my buddy Matt opened one box, had the Fabled in it, he sold it, got everything he needed. I thought these were going to come down. I thought these were going to come down to three, between 3 and 400 around there. I didn't really know. They did come down. They did come down to 400. You could buy them all day at 400 before all these events went off. They went as low as I think 350 on TCG Player, maybe lower than that. I don't know. I was following it pretty closely, but there were 2 available for 350. This is right when all Fables were starting to get bought out. Now I know trees were being bought out for like a year before that, and people are buying all these Fables. They're collecting them slowly, 1 or 2 at a time. This one got targeted very quickly after some of the other ones were being bought out, and it was late one night. Uh, like I said, 350. They shot up to like 500, 550. People were buying them for 550. They need 3 for their deck. They want to bling it out. So I saw this drop one night in the middle of the night on TCG Player to like 450 bucks. I was like, I gotta have this for my collection. So I bought it. It's in incredible condition. I might grade it. I know this is a long video. We're right at 14 minutes, so we're gonna try to end it here. I forgot to show you the Uprising box that I pulled. This is the first box, first pack that I pulled the Blood of Kai out. I don't have the Corsham box because it was shredded, but this is the box I pulled the first pack Blood out. And this is the New Jersey box where we pulled the eye. Didn't pull this one. I didn't pull this one. I didn't pull this one, and I didn't pull this one. But this one, which was open yesterday, 4th pack, Fabled, first box. The video is right before this one, so if you want to go see that box, I'd recommend checking it out. It's a fire box. Now, I know some of these boxes have like god boxes. Their correlation of some of these cards or are messed up in some of the packs. I think that's a very small amount of boxes that have legendaries and fables in them. I think that was just like a fluke where a sheet got overprinted into one box by accident. Maybe it happened a couple times. We don't know yet. But this is a Fabled. It's supposed to be 1 in 20, 1 in 25 boxes now. They're more common. They're more common than this, I believe. The cold foil is maybe underpriced right now. I saw it for 370 yesterday. I think these cold foil Fables are going to be super rare. So, if anyone wants advice, I'm not trying to give financial advice, but I think the cold foil is underpriced. Yesterday when I opened this, when I started my day at work, these were 200, 235. When I opened it, it was all the way down to 135. I was like, you know what? Before I open this box, I was like, if this drops to 100 bucks, I'm buying it. This is going to go settle around the price of this, 80 to 100 bucks. When I opened it was about 135. This morning it's 200. It's been bought out. I mean, 10 people bought these, maybe 15. Bought at 135, 135, 135, 145, 155. It's all the way up to 200 again. Yes, this will drop. People are going to open more boxes. It'll go back down to 135, maybe 150. I think $80 for this card is going to be no go. It's going to be a playable card. Not super great, but out of all the Fables, it's a playable card. You can play it. Doesn't block, but it's a great pitch. People are going to want this card. It's a Fabled, so it's going to be 1 in 20, 1 in 30 boxes. You're not going to be able to get this in a God box every time you open a case. You're not going to be able to do that. I don't think it's messed up enough where you're just going to be pulling Fables left and right. One more thing. This is the box I pulled it out of. I got to get a proxy and put it on here. Sorry, the dogs are barking. I'll say one more thing. We'll go through this because the dogs are barking. One more thing is I did, out of random 6 packs of prizes, I pulled this. It wasn't a box. I think actually I just bought 6 packs from my local game store. So I do have an extra one, not selling it. It's not worth it to sell it for $80. So that's my Fibble collection. I have 9 here, and then I have the extra Blood of Drakai, and I sold the 10 heart. Well, traded it really. So that's my Fabled story. I'd be interested to know everybody else's, how they got into the game. Last thing I'm going to say about this is I've I've bought around 60 boxes. I added it up. The highest was Welcome to Wraith at 13 or 14 boxes. Tales of Ario was 14 boxes. So out of 60 boxes, I pulled like 7 Fables. It's supposed to be between 1 and 30, 1 and 40 boxes on some of these. Now it's down to probably 1 and 20, 1 and 25 boxes. So out of 30 boxes, I really should have only pulled 2, and I pulled 7. So my luck's been pretty good. Pretty happy with it, including the 10 heart that I pulled and the eye after just selling a heart. So I believe that not everyone is as lucky as some other people, but the game is meant to be played. It's not all about collecting, but I just wanted to share my Fabled story because I think it's pretty epic to be able to pull 7 Fables out of 60 boxes, one being a 10, one out of the first pack of the first box I bought. That was pretty sweet. And it's one of the main reasons I'm in this game is because of the rarity of the Fables and how cool they look. I mean, the foiling on them, the cold foils are incredible, and I just hope LSS keeps it up. I'm looking forward to saving up for the next Fable, then the next set, because I don't think I'm pulling it in the first box again. So I'm going to continue to get one of each and one sealed box of each, and players' copies of cards I need. That's what I'm going to be continuing to do. So I'll see you guys on the next video. I'm going to try to open I'm going to open one more box of Outsiders because I think it's from that case where I got the Fabled from. I think it's going to be a good case. I'm going to open that next Monday, I think. So I'll share that video. Please subscribe. Stay tuned if you like the box openings. I'm not going to do too many videos where I just ramble, but a lot of them will be box openings. I just wanted to share my Fabled story and get it out there. I'll talk to you guys on the next video.